You were like, you were one of the people I worship when it comes to like prank phone calls.
I suffer when he bites me. I'm in my vagina. When I'm walking and he sees other dogs, he right away, he jumps on my vagina because he gets so crazy. He doesn't know who I am.
Okay, Space Cadets, prepare to go through the cosmos in today's turgid episode.
Oh, for fuck's sake, just cue the goddamn song already. Jesus Christ.
Hello again. It seems as though less than 24 hours ago I was here doing the same exact thing, but we're finally here, like almost 2.5 hours late. There you go. But we made it here, that's what's important. Because we had far more important pressing matters to take care of. Meaning, we went out drinking. Well, actually, Keith and Desiree went out drinking, and I only had, like, 3 beers the entire night. Because I had to drive, but now I'm home, and now I can drink. Now it's my turn. Woot, you're drunk. Yes. And to anybody who didn't know, I went on the air last night and did a very special program where I decided, since I was going on in the place of Zolar, I decided I would go on and do Zolar-style prank calls. So I was calling people and being very confrontational and belligerent and asking women how their vagina smells and stuff you would expect from Zolar, and it turned out pretty good. Up until the point where I called my cousin. And then everybody was complaining. Yes, I called my cousin on the air, and she did a prank call with me. at 12 o'clock, and around this time last night, she did a prank call with me. So there you go. So, I'm going to attempt to do a show. I don't know if there are enough people around to donate phone numbers, confirm numbers, for me to have people to call. But look at it this way. At least I rescued you from the Cloned Homegrown show. I noticed as soon as I started playing the intro, like the numbers started climbing, and I was like, damn right. Nothing against Clone Homegrown, but see, I've never heard him with audio that actually works, because he always insists on trying to use Skype, and he never listens when people tell him it fucks up the audio, and all you hear is like every couple seconds of every word. Yeah, exactly. Eep op orc. That means I love you. I'm going to do the first shot of the night. I had since around 7 o'clock, I had 3 beers and then like a half a beer for that free beer. So I don't even have a buzz because I had to drive, and the way I drive home, there's always cops lying in wait, waiting to pounce. So I can't risk even having like a slight buzz when I drive. So at least I'm a responsible individual, right? I wanted to do some wacky test tube shots, but I couldn't track the chick down who had to trade test tube shots in time before we left. So here we go, shot number 1. Everybody else is probably already drunk. And hopefully the cops won't show up tonight. Last night after the show, I ended the show and I'm watching Weeds. And I've said how I'm like deaf and I can't hear shit. So I was listening to it probably too loud, and the cops started ringing the doorbell. And they probably took like 5 tries before I heard the doorbell, because you're already angry by the time I opened the door. And I was like, let me guess, the asshole upstairs called the cops again. Because he had been like stomping and pounding on the floor, and then I can hear the Elaine next door pounding on the wall because he's stomping on the floor, and he's basically waking up and shaking the entire building, stomping on the floor, because he's complaining. Rather than come down and ring my bell, say, look, can you turn it down? Because he's an angry Chinese man with he doesn't just have a wife that looks like a mail order bride, she looks like a she-mail order bride. She doesn't even look like a female. And I said to the cops, look, I'm probably like 80% deaf, so it has to be at least this loud. I'm standing at the door, and they're like, we can hear it from here. I was like, I can't even hear it. And the cops just like, we're tired of coming out here to complain about it. And I was like, okay, whatever, have a good night. And I shut the door in his face. And he got pissed. And he's sitting here, like, softly tapping on the window with his flashlight. And I just hear tap, tap, tap. And he's not doing it loud because he doesn't want to wake up everybody in the building, even though they're probably already awake. And he's going around to the back door and he's tapping on the screen door. And I'm completely ignoring him. And I turned on the headphones, so I couldn't even hear him after a while. I don't know how long he was out there, but I was just waiting for the cops to, like, break out a battering ram and, like, bash my door in so they could say, turn it down, after it's already down. But he was just pissed that I shut the door in his face while he was, like, still talking and complaining. And I even said to him, I said, look, if this guy upstairs is constantly going to be using you as his tool to harass me, tell him to just move. I own the place. I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm not renting. He's renting. He should find a new place to live. Don't live in a condo if you're going to be complaining about noise all the time. There's always going to be noise. So I must admit that I did spend the rest of the night flushing the toilet about every half hour. On purpose. Just to bother him. And even though I didn't have to work, I set the alarm clock a couple times and let it go off for a few minutes. Just to make sure he didn't get any sleep last night because he was being such a dick. Because that's like the third or fourth time since he's been here that this guy is constantly calling, including twice where he called the cops and there was no noise. Like, the cops got angry because they came and there's like, is there somebody arguing here? I'm like, no. He's like, are you listening to loud music? No. And there's nothing loud going on, so the cops are, like, visibly pissed. And then you hear him go upstairs and knock on his door and probably tell him, look, don't be wasting our time with your bullshit. But anyway, hopefully he won't be calling the cops again tonight. At some point, the cops are going to get sick of either one of us, and one of us is going to end up going to jail. Can I go to jail for, like, playing music too loud? No, because I could very easily go to the doctor who could test my hearing and say I'm, like, just about deaf at this point. Yeah, really, I don't think there really is anything they could do. They could give me a ticket for, like, violating a noise ordinance or something. And then I would just contest it and say, look, I'm deaf. Yeah. Oh, no, I got a $10 ticket for violating a noise ordinance. So what I'm going to do is Halloween. I'm going to dress up in costume, and I'm going to go up there and tape a Blockbuster to his screen door and light it. And just blow his screen door off. On Halloween, because that way I have an excuse to be up there. So I'm going to have it ready ahead of time. I'm going to stick some electrical tape on a Blockbuster so I can just stick it to his door, light it, run down the steps, and then BOOM!
Actually, you know what I'm doing on Halloween night?
What?
Just knocking on his door all night long.
Yeah, knock on his door and ring his bell all night long. Or just go up there like 3 in the morning in a costume and be like, trick or treat. And he'll call the cops on you.
I just figure if I knock on his door, especially if his light's not on.
Yeah, especially.
Yeah, just go up there in a costume and just knock on his door all night long. Trick or treat.
Aside from the fact, when I'm here, I'm in my living room, so his living room is directly above me. So he wouldn't even be able to hear me being loud here. Unless he's out in the living room, like he's sleeping on the couch because his mail-order bride won't let him in the bed.
Well, would you want to sleep in the same bed as that?
I wouldn't do him only because he's such a dick, but I wouldn't go anywhere near her unless it was like on the Howard Stern show.
She looks like the Oriental version of fucking Shaban.
She's the Oriental Shaban. She's got a gash hole instead of a vagina, just like Shaban. I'm going to pour myself another shot. I'm just hoping that my voice clears up and my hearing comes back by the time I have to be on Stern. I want to at least sound normal. Or as normal as I ever do anyway. I can't tell though. When I hear myself, I sound like really nasally because everything is like so muffled. My voice doesn't sound like clogged up and shit. No. Well, if you say so. My hearing is coming back very slowly but surely. I hear better today than I did last night. Like I woke up and I noticed immediately that I could hear like a little better, a little more. It's slowly clearing up, but it'll take a couple days. At least I'm not sick anymore. I don't feel like crap anymore. Speaking of which, I should take myself a vitamin C right now. Well, I think of it and I have it in front of me anyway. So now I'm going to take a shot and do some vitamin C. Crush it up and snort a line of vitamin C. Remember that show? It means Zola were crushing up pills and snorting them on the air. That was like the most retarded radio. That's right. We weren't really doing it. We were pretending that we were crushing up and snorting pills. Actually, Zola probably did pretend, but my stupid ass did it for real. There were a couple times where actually nobody was being loud. I didn't hear any noise. We weren't being loud, and I didn't hear any noise from any of the neighbors. And he was up there stomping on the floor, do you remember? And I called the cops on him because he's just up there like a lunatic, just stomping on the floor. What? No, there was no noise that he possibly could have heard. There was nothing loud going on here. Like, I was using the computer with no sound on, and you were playing a game with, like, the volume turned down. Yeah. Somebody farted, and it's like he sits there with like a cup to the floor waiting to hear a sound just so he can like start stomping immediately and be on the phone to the cops. Like, he thinks he can antagonize me into leading. Oh, he's never fucked with somebody like me in his lifetime. I make it my hobby is fucking with people, for Christ's sakes. Anyway, I'm gonna go to the chat room, see what people are saying. Lonesome Loser is coming through, like he always does, with confirmed numbers that are recently confirmed. See, last night they were sending numbers that were confirmed like 8, 9 o'clock, which is too early, so I tried like 4 of them in a row and they weren't working. And then Pezboy was actually giving me the numbers that were like working out like really good. I did like a bunch of great prank calls with Pezboy's numbers last night. So now they're trying to be a little more current with their... or probably because I wasn't expected to be here tonight. Also, the numbers that Lonesome Loser was giving me was like Zolar typical numbers. You know what I mean? I can't remember some of the names that he gave, but it was like typical names that Zola would call, like Jim Cock and stuff like that, like Lori Vagina, yeah, Harry Cunts, like something like that. Yeah. I even did some big fat hairy cunt. I called up a photographer and I told him I had convinced my wife to think that she's sexy, but she's really like a big sloppy pig, and I want him to take pictures of her big fat hairy pussy so I can put them all over the internet and humiliate her after I serve her with the divorce papers. And he went along with it. He was like down with it. He was like totally like ready to go. He was like $100, and it's cheap too. $100 to humiliate your wife. With nude photos all over the internet. That's all it takes. I should have given that guy's info out, so like anybody who wants to humiliate their girlfriend or something can do it for $100. Anyway, we got Patrick and Linda Dyke, Dick Bloody, Catherine Tootie, Sandy Dandy, and Scott and Colleen Hollow. Nunu says that Clone didn't use Skype. There was no cutting out whatsoever. Mostly just really quiet audio and or total silence. Which is bad. Bad, Clone. Nunu is giving me the phone number for Muslim taxi companies who won't allow blind people with guide dogs because they are, quote, dirty. They say that blind people should be more considerate of their culture in London. Nunu, what's the matter? They wouldn't let your dog in the car? Nunu's blind. And he's giving me a link to the story, and then say their daughter kicked your daughter kicked my dog out of the cab. And Prankmaster says, I want to listen, but I can't. Well, what, did somebody ban you from the stream? It wasn't me, so that's your own problem. Ryan says, I'm so glad you're feeling better, Dave. Thank you, Ryan. And Fall is saying she wants me to call it Emo's Masonry and Gutter. Fall is like a goth emo chick. And she says, I don't know if this would be a good one, but I found this when searching for emo cutters. Maybe emo gutters is close enough. I just called it and the guy answered. I'm very emo and I'm a cutter. Emo cutters. That's funny. So we have some numbers coming in. I tried that The James Nefarious card that died last night, I tried it earlier today, and it was working again, so James must have added more time to it, so thank you for that, James Nefarious. I love James and Lonesome. Where would the shows be without James and Lonesome? And your cat is just licking the table for no reason. Maybe you should feed him. He's so hungry, he's licking, like, crusty old iced tea off the table. He likes it. He's a dirty, dirty boy, and he likes it, and he doesn't care who knows it. That gets him off. Well, anyway, I'm going to go take a pee and get ready to get this show on the road, do some prank calls, and I'll be back very shortly, very shortly. Tonight is going to be a Ramones night, by the way, in case you hadn't realized. So, let me play this, and then I'll be back. Remembrances of Halloween with the Rosenthal's.
I remember in October of 1930, I was out trick-or-treating and making mischief and merry with my friends Fat Heather and Gay Mike. That's what we called them back then, but it's not very nice, but what are they going to do about it? Well, anyway, we went over to our old Mrs. Catmeyer's house, and as per usual, she was giving out candy apples with cat hair on them because the crazy lady had about 90 cats. She was our neighborhood crazy cat lady. You know how every neighborhood, I don't know about so much now, but back then every neighborhood seemed to have a crazy cat lady back then, and that was Mrs. Catmeyer on our block. And of course, being kids, we weren't so happy about the hairy candy apples. So Fat Heather had brought along some gas, and she poured it into her jack-o'-lantern on her front stoop. And she bent down to throw a match inside. We were going to make a pumpkin bomb. And I guess she forgot that the gas is built up inside the pumpkin. So she leans down with the match, and her face goes up in a flame. Oh my God, it singed all of her hair off, and she's running around the yard, punching herself in the head, rolling in the leaves and setting them on fire, and we damn near burned Mrs. Catmeyer's house down. Gay Mike and I ran down the block and left her there smoldering in her misery, but those were the good old days.
And we're back. And I'm noticing that the phone was off the cradle, so I want to leave it on there for a couple minutes to get a charge going so that I can do some pranks, because I wasn't planning on going out tonight. I just got a call from Keith saying, come pick me up from the train station, and then we'll go to a bar, and we're meeting Desiree, and blah, 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 blah. And we go to the diviest, dumpiest, dirtiest, seediest-looking bar that had, like, all of 5 people in it. And, of course, it has to turn out to be hip-hop night. So, of course, we have all these horrible, horrible, awful hip-hop artists, quote, artists, getting up there and doing their horrible nigger lip-flapping hip-hop. And it was so bad that they were handing the mic off to people from the crowd who were doing a better job of rapping than, like, the supposed rap quote artists that are putting on the show. So that's how little talent you have to be a quote rap singer, because complete amateurs can do just as good or better a job than you. You know, it's not something that takes a whole lot of talent. And, of course, because it's rap, they have, like, one guy on drums, and everything else is, like, the turntable. That's the band. A turntable and a guy on drums. For a couple of the bands, not even for all of them. They had a drum machine for the other bands. But anyway. And it was really strange, because by the time it got to be around 10 o'clock, which is when bars normally fill up, let's say there's, like, 40 people in the bar. There was, like, 3 black dudes, And the rest are all like long-haired, greasy, dirty-looking hippie kind of people, like, like heroin addict kind of looking people in the place. Because it's a seedy, dumpy, divey section of Danbury. And well, the place is called, what's that place called? Cousin Larry's? Cousin Larry's. Maybe if somebody out there can find the phone number for Cousin Larry's on, what is it, West Street? Elm Street? Elm Street, I think. Yeah, in Danbury. Maybe we can give them a call and ask why they're having a rap show and there's like 2 black guys in the crowd. And the rest are all just like poser wiggers. Like 90% of the guys in the place have sideways turned hats. That's how poser this place was. That's okay because the drinks were cheap. I can say whatever bad I want about the place, but at least they had free beer, like yay beer. They had free beer, like once the supposed bans started coming on, they had free keg beer. Of course, it's like Pabst Blue Ribbon beer, which is like the bummiest bum beer you can get. It's like a heartbeat up from Peels. Ugh. And they do that on purpose. They have like the cheapest, crappiest, dumpiest beer that's probably like $10 a keg as the free beer for the gig because they figure that way people aren't going to drink a whole lot of it. Like people are going to buy like bitter drinks just to wash the taste out of their mouth of that horrible, horrible weasel pissy beer. Oh, people are blinking. Let me see what they have to say. Carlito is sending me a link here. Let me check it out. He's sending me a link to an image, and it's a picture of somebody riding a brown cock. Lovely. I'm not sure what relevance that has to my conversation right now, but apparently Carlito is having visions of riding big brown cock. Raw Milk says, do you want to call Sheldon Tabor? He's the grumpy old bastard, and gives me his number. And then he's reminding me, he's the one you called and said, Loretta said you stole my pills. Is he the one where I said I had photographic evidence, and I was like, here's you breaking into my apartment, here's you grabbing my pills, and then he hung up. Nunu is saying, the driver that he wants me to fuck with is Abdul Rashid Majiko Dumni. And he knows obviously too much information about this person. This is somebody that Nunu has a personal vendetta against because he wouldn't let his seeing eye dog in the car. And then he wants me to remind everybody, Carlos, a.k.a. Carlito, will be doing a special show tomorrow, pranking a telemarketing conference that's going on right now in, I don't know where, but it's going on somewhere right now. And he says, please advertise tomorrow's special Madhouse show. So there you go. Now I advertise for you. Pez Boy is sending the number for Carmen Ramon, an old woman. So there we go. I'm trying to stall for time because I don't want to use the phone just yet because it was off the cradle and doesn't have enough of a charge. And I don't want it to die like in the middle of a prank call or dialing or something like that. But it does charge fast. You notice the phone rarely ever runs out of batteries as long as I hang it back up on the cradle, like between the calls and like during the music and shit like that. That was a pretty watery, lame-ass burp. I'm going to do another shot. What is this, shot number 3 now? Shot number 3 within the past 30 minutes. So in about 30 minutes, I'll probably have a nice, decent buzz going on. I still don't feel anything yet, really. There's a decent amount of people listening, so thank you all for listening. Tell your friends, enemies, everybody that you know online that we're going to be doing prank calls very shortly. Very shortly after I take this shot. I also need to remind everybody that this coming Tuesday, the 10th, Tuesday, October 10th, yours truly, me, KDK, will be appearing on the Howard Stern Show. So if you're a Sirius satellite listener, make sure you're tuned for that. Or I'm sure as soon as the show is done, you'll be able to go to mininova.org and download that day's episode so you can listen to the hijinks and proceedings that are going to happen. I'm not going to talk too much about that, but shenanigans and all sorts of tomfoolery will be happening. Killer Pieces.
Hello?
Linda,
Yes,
how you doing, girlfriend?
I'm fine.
I'm sorry to be calling so late, but I wouldn't be calling if it weren't important.
And who is this?
My name is Maurice Rosenthal, and I'm a friend of Patrick's.
Yes?
And he had mentioned to me when we were drinking in the bar, we were in Cousin Larry's, and he was saying that he was interested in getting into swinging. And I told him that me and my wife are swingers. And he said I would give him a call on Saturday night and talk to you and him about it. He said he would have already spoken to you about it by now, so hopefully you've had a chance to think about it. And
You must have the wrong number. You're just grabbing for whatever you can get. Because I'm sorry, that has nothing to do with me.
is this you're Patrick's old lady, right?
Not the old lady, thank you.
Well, that's just like a colloquialism for a wife. You know what I mean?
Well, and the other thing is, too, Patrick doesn't drink. So you've never seen him in a bar, you've never talked to him.
Oh,
you
so
don't know what the
he
hell
didn't
you're
tell
talking
you
about.
that he's drinking again. See, that's the problem.
You know...
That's why he didn't want to bring it up to you, because he would have to explain where he spoke to me. Linda,
What?
can you put Patrick on? I'll straighten it out with him. Patrick,
Yes.
have Linda get off the line. She's still listening. I can hear her.
Let's go for it.
Patrick,
Yeah.
this is Morris. I was speaking to you in Cousin Larry's, and you were saying that you and your wife are interested in swinging, and I told you that me and my wife are swingers also, and maybe we could hook up sometime. You said call on Saturday night. And you said you would have spoken to Linda about it by now, but apparently you haven't, because she sounds completely, hello? Well, at least I gave Linda a good laugh.
Hello?
Bobby!
Hello?
Bobby!
Hello?
Bobby, is that you?
Got my voice now.
Uh-huh.
Number.
How you doing, you retard?
To disconnect, press 1. If you still want to leave a message for this person, press 3, or simply state at the tone. Please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Bobby, I was just trying to call you, and I got 2 words out before you hung up on me. I don't know why you're hanging up on me, other than maybe that you're retarded, or, you know, you are retarded, so maybe you hit the wrong button. Maybe you hit the wrong number on the phone or something. So maybe I'll try to give you a call back, and you can pick up the retarded phone, and we'll have a retarded conversation.
Hello?
Beth?
What?
This is Ed. I'm calling because Jill says that you have the hookup.
You have the wrong number?
Beth, I need some rock. I know you don't know who I am, but I'm in desperate need of some rock, and I'll gladly pay you whatever it takes. $20 a rock, I'll do it.
I don't make the wrong number.
I'll lick your pussy.
Who is this?
This is Ed, and Beth, I know you smoke the crack, and I know you probably have some, and all I need is one just to get me through the night. Just one rock.
I don't have anything.
You don't smoke the crack?
No.
Everybody says you smoke the crack.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about, but I don't.
Well, how about me licking your pussy anyway?
No.
Why not? You got a man?
No.
I'm pretty cute.
I don't care.
How about I come by, you see what I look like. If you like me, I come in, I'll lick your pussy.
No.
What's the matter? You don't like having your pussy licked?
How the hell did you get my number?
I told you, Jill gave me your number.
I don't know a Joe.
No, Jill. Jill?
Jill?
Jill, right.
Jill?
Yes, he did. Jill Rosenthal. She's the old lady with throat cancer. She's the one who smokes crack through the blowhole in her neck.
What?
She says she bought crack from you before. I called and I asked her, does she know anybody who could possibly give me a rock or sell me a rock or trade it for a rock? Because I'm dying for a rock. I need rock, 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 rock. Rock, 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 rock and roll high school.
I have no idea.
So how about I just come by and we go out for a cup of coffee?
Nothing.
How about I call somebody else and get some rock and I'll come over and smoke it with you? And then lick your pussy.
I don't do that.
Well, maybe, don't knock it till you try it.
No, thank you.
Okay, well, I can see you're playing hard to get. So I'm going to have to call somebody else and try to get my rock from them.
Well,
but I'm going to remember this. Sometime when you need rock and I have some, I'm going to tell you I don't have any and I don't smoke any.
I don't do it, so it really don't matter.
Well, you keep telling yourself that.
Okay.
Okay.
Whatever.
You sure you couldn't go for a good pussy licking tonight?
And we're back. And that was me looking for some rock because I'm so terribly, horribly addicted to that sweet, sweet rock. And I decided to make Saigon my bitch again tonight, so I kick banned him, and Neo is now in charge of owning Saigon and making him repeat after her. Make him repeat whatever you feel like, and if he doesn't comply, just keep kick banning him. If you want, I'll go ban him from listening to. Just let me know if you need me to take it to that level, and I'll go do it for you. So have some fun. Anybody else, if you want to see Saigon get owned like the bitch he is, you can go to PCUradio.com or KDKPrankCalls.com and click on the link for the chat room. Or if you're an IRC user, the address is irc.lazy-net.de. Neo says she doesn't understand her instructions. Neo, remember last night when I was telling Saigon he had to repeat after me and he just left the room? Make him repeat after you all sorts of embarrassing things. Because everybody hates Saigon. I'm going to do a new teleradio show. Like an old-time radio show called Everybody Hates Saigon. And another one called Ask Dr. Loopy, where people call in and the answer to everything is blow some smoke on it. I have herpes, blow some smoke on it. I've got crabs, blow some smoke on them. I have HIV, inject some smoke. Because smoke is the answer to everything. Smoke makes the world go round. According to Loopy, I guess. Is Loopy still alive, or is she dead, or what?
Hello?
What up, my nigger? Is this Dick?
What's up?
Dick, you don't sound like a nigger.
What is it?
Someone told me you was a nigger. And I was wondering why we got some niggers in South Bend, Indiana. Actually, I'm just kidding, Dick. How you doing? Dick?
Where?
You're not black, are you?
No.
See, somebody sent me your number. I'm doing a radio show right now. You're on the air. And somebody said, call this black guy. He sounds like he's in his 40s or 50s. And then as soon as I heard you say hello, I said to myself, that's not a black guy.
Well, that went nowhere. Killer P elaborates on his number for Nicole, saying if you call her, she gets offended. She gets offended to the nasty talk. Ask her for a BJ or something. She blows through the roof. I think this chick likes black guys too. So, well, if she gets that easily offended, as soon as I ask her for a BJ, won't she just hang up on me? Madman says, KDK, there is some lamer who keeps using different proxies to get into the chat. I'm not sure who it is. Do you have any idea? No, I don't know who it is, but if somebody's using proxies to get into the chat, it's because they have something to hide. So my advice would be to continue kicking and banning or whatever you're doing to this person. Raw Milk has found the phone number for Cousin Larry's. What do I say to Cousin Larry's? It's going to be like super loud there if I call. I'll ask him to hold up the phone so we can hear exactly how bad the hip-hop night is down there at Cousin Larry's. This is going to take another shot for me to endure more hip-hop. You know, it's not even the music that's popular. I think people who like hip-hop don't even like the music. They just like the hip-hop, quote, style, the clothing, and the attitude. And the music sucks. I can't imagine that anybody thinks it's any good. Or maybe I just sound like one of these old people that used to complain about rock and roll. No, because I like speed metal, and I like hardcore, and I like punk, and it's not like I'm old and outdated. Just hip-hop is just garbage. It's not even real music. It's not real singing. It's not real music. If everything that they do is pre-programmed into a keyboard, if your band is a Casio, it ain't a real band. Anyway, let's try to call Cousin Larry, see what happens. This I shouldn't need the phone card for.
The person you are calling does not take unidentified calls.
Huh, they don't accept unidentified calls. Madman says, I keep banning his ass and he keeps using a different one, probably because he has a botnet, or if not, he's really got no life and using ones from a list on the internet. Yeah, well, obviously, he's using ones from a list on the internet. So keep banning him. The clue to who it is it's probably somebody who's already on the ban list. So look at the names of the people that are already on the ban list, and it's probably one of them. Drifter Knuckles says, hey, KDK, the Howard Stern show you will be on is tomorrow, right? Actually, no, tomorrow would be, well, tomorrow would be Monday now, but I said I'm on Tuesday, 9/10, right? Yeah, today is the 8th, tomorrow is the 9th, and I'll be on the 10th, which will be Tuesday. Let's try to call Sheldon Tabor, because he's just an angry old man who will most likely just immediately hang up on me anyway, but maybe we can get him to yell at us or something fun like that. The phone's beeping already. Son of a bitch. We're not going to be able to do this call anyway.
Yeah.
Sheldon?
Yes.
I spoke with Loretta today, and she says that you continue to steal my pills. Now, I want this to stop. I need those pills.
Which pills?
My Viagra, and my water pills, and my herpes medication.
I don't know who I'm even talking to.
This is Ed Rosenthal. You know who it is, Sheldon.
Yeah?
People have seen you coming in my door and coming out with my pills. So you need to stop. One of these times you're going to come in and I'm going to be hiding inside. And you and me are going to go hand to hand, by God.
What do you want from my life?
I want you to stop taking my pills. I told you.
What pills?
I told you, my Viagra, and my herpes medication, and my Oxycontin,
I don't
and my
use any of that stuff.
What?
I don't use any of that.
What do you want with my Viagra? You ain't fucking nothing.
I am not taking it.
Well, I have photographic evidence.
Well, just show it.
Loretta?
Goodbye.
Loretta made a stakeout of my place, and she took photos of you coming in and out of my apartment and stuffing pill bottles in your pocket. Hello? And the phone just died, and he just hung up, so I'm going to have to go grab the other phone. And we continue to have fun with Saigon in the chat room, and apparently he refused to repeat the phrase, I bend over and receive mysterious black cock up the ass on a daily basis. So he got kick banned again. Oh, I love it. People never learn. People never learn, or at least Saigon anyway, never learns to know his role and shut his mouth. And people are blinking, so let me see what they have to say. Lonesome Loser sends in phone numbers for Stacy Skank, Candy and Andrew Kane, Henry and Stella Ween, Scott and Colleen Hollow. And Fall has Clement and Kitty Butt. Killer P says, I got her number on accident, just random dialing about that Nicole chick. Well, how do you know that she likes black guys? Prankmaster has phone numbers for Dykes Market, Slim's Power Tools, Henry Peener. Madman says his original nickname was Ted Bundy. Okay, whatever. That does not sound familiar. Drifter Knuckles says, okay, thanks. Sorry I'm a little sleepy. Didn't catch it the first time you mentioned it. Wrote it down this time. I don't remember what he's referring to. Whenever I'm doing this show, it's like a roller coaster barreling towards the end, and I don't remember what happened, sometimes even the following day, even if I'm completely sober. Which, I'm just starting to feel a buzz. I've been on for about an hour now, and I still feel barely a buzz. So I think another shot is called for. Let me pour myself another shot here. The show gets much more enjoyable for me and probably the listeners once I get a little tanked. So what are we on now? Shot number 4? 4 shots in an hour? That's not that bad. Should be at least enough to give me a buzz. And apparently Mackenzie is going apeshit on Carlito, because he can't get into the chat room, and he keeps saying over and over again,
I need to be able to come. 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 I need to be able to come.
Hello?
Hello?
Catherine.
Yes?
How are you doing, girlfriend? I'm calling for Lynn. Is she there, please?
This is she.
Well, you just said it was Catherine.
Yes?
I'm confused.
You shouldn't be. May I help you with something?
Well, I was calling for Lynn Clark, but when I answered the phone, I was told that Catherine might answer. And
yes?
Then I said, Catherine, and you said yes. And then I asked for Lynn. You said, this is she. So I want to know why you're posing as Lynn, and where is she that you're not putting her on the phone?
I believe you're mistaken, and I think you don't really have any business calling her number.
Well, put Lynn on the phone, and I'll explain it to her, Kathy. Catherine?
Hello?
Catherine?
Why are you calling at this hour?
Well, Catherine gave me this number and said call her on Saturday night around 1 o'clock.
No, she didn't. Don't call this number again.
She told me to call. She said my husband will be asleep by this time and we can get together for some good hard fucking.
Yeah, hey, pal, lose this number, okay?
Oh, I got this number. I'm going to spread it all over the internet unless you talk to me, right?
What?
You're wasting my time giving me this number and saying call 1 o'clock on a Saturday.
Yeah, well, don't call it again.
Well, you hang up on me, I'm going to circulate it all over the internet, and you're going to get little kids calling you all fucking night.
What's your problem?
I want you to talk to me right, and I want to ask Catherine, why are you wasting my time saying call me at 1 o'clock for some good hard fucking, and then I call, and then she hands the phone to her husband. She said you would be asleep by now. Hello? Oh, man. Like I was saying, it's so much easier just to do the angry, belligerent prank calls, and people seem to enjoy it just as much. So why am I always making it harder on myself, trying to shy away from doing that? I'm finding that it's hard to break away from doing it now. Once you pop, you can't stop. You know how it goes? Yeah. Like Abbott and Costello.
Like Abbott and Costello.
Yeah. Who are we going to call next? There's people blinking. Let me clear that up first. The Myanus River Tavern from Prankmaster. Drifter Knuckles. Carlito says, if you keep drinking, Jesus won't like you. I'm drinking Jesus juice, though. No, Jesus juice is wine, isn't it? I'm not drinking the holy blood. Well, Jesus was obviously into drinking since he's turning water into wine. He must have been the life of the party anyway. Hello, Stella.
No, you got the wrong number.
I can barely hear you. Can you speak up, please?
You got the wrong number.
Oh, Colleen!
Yeah.
Listen, I'm calling because I was going through my wife's pockets when I was doing the laundry, and I found the phone number for Scott Hollow on here. And maybe I'm just being paranoid, but I'm just wondering how they know each other. Do you also live in Whittier?
Hold on. Hello?
Colleen?
Yeah.
Who was that I was speaking to before? She said she was Colleen.
No.
Colleen, you don't know me, but my name is Ed Rosenthal, and I'm calling because I was going through the laundry, emptying pockets before I did the wash, and I found the phone number for Scott in my wife's pants, and I'm just wondering, maybe I'm being paranoid, but I'm just wondering how they know each other. Scott,
Okay, whoa. Does your wife go to, karate?
No, not at all. Do you also live in Whittier?
Does she work at BCBG?
No. My wife works for social services in Whittier, California.
Okay.
And maybe I'm being paranoid, but I found the number and said Scott, and I did a reverse lookup on the phone number, so I got the last name Scott Hollow, and I'm just calling to find out. I guess you're Scott's wife or something.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering how they know each other.
Well, he works at BCBG, and he is also a karate sensei at Keppel Connection here in Whittier. And perhaps somebody gave her, I don't know.
See, none of that adds up because it's not her handwriting. It's as though he wrote it down.
Pardon me?
It's not her handwriting on the paper that has his number. We've been married for 15 years. I know her handwriting. And we don't own a Mitsubishi, and we've never looked at a Mitsubishi.
At what?
You said he works for Mitsubishi.
No, BCBG.
What is that, a restaurant?
No, it's a humongous clothing manufacturer.
Oh, okay. So as far as I know, she's never been there. She's never been taken karate. And I'm just wondering how she knows Scott, because call me paranoid, but I'm just wondering if there's some kind of extramarital thing going on.
Well, I would doubt that. What is her name?
Her name is Jill Rosenthal.
Jill Rosenthal.
Right.
I have no idea.
Maybe we can keep this between us, and maybe you ask Scott like off the cuff, like.
He's standing here in front of me. We're having a three-way conversation, basically.
Oh, so Scott is there?
Yeah.
So Scott, can you hear me?
Well, no, because he's sitting on the couch. Would you like to talk to him?
No, actually, I wanted you to try to talk to him like some other time and try to find out how he knows my wife.
Well, it's kind of difficult when you call me at like 10-something at night.
Well, right. I'm very upset. I'm sorry for calling after 10 o'clock, but I'm very upset. Because there have been times where she's called me and says, oh, I'm working late, and then I call and try to reach her at work, and they say she left already.
Where does she work?
I told you she works for social services, the Department of Social Services in Whittier, California. And I know the office is closed, and it's not like they're even going to be open for her to be working late. So I'm a little suspicious, and I call back, and they say, oh, she left already. And you're talking to the answering service. So I know. What was that?
I have no idea.
So I know there's nobody there when I'm calling back. I'm getting the answering service. So I know there's nobody left in the building.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. I think you should talk to her about it.
Before I do, is there any way you could talk to Scott and try to get out of him how he knows Jill? Because
he doesn't know her.
You asked him already.
Hello?
Scott?
Yes?
Are you the guy who's been fucking my wife?
Yeah, right. If she knows me, then it's innocent, because I don't fuck around on my old lady. If you were worried about your wife fucking around on you, man, maybe you better deal with it, but it ain't here.
See, I wish I could have spoken to you guys separately, because of course you're going to act this way if your wife is standing right in front of you.
Dude, I don't mess around with my wife. It's not an issue.
Do you know Joe Rosenthal? How do you know Joe Rosenthal? Well, I know you know Joe Rosenthal. I wonder how.
What's that?
I know you know Joe Rosenthal. I'm just wondering how.
I don't know. The name doesn't
Well,
ring
you
a
have
bell.
to know her, because she has your name in her pocket, and it's not her handwriting. It's like you wrote it.
Unless she's got a kid with a karate studio or something like that. Then
No.
they would have, but that would be my cell phone.
No, she's infertile. We don't have any children.
How should we get my phone number then?
Because you gave it to her. I can tell you're just covering up, and you really are the guy who's been fucking my wife.
I ain't fucking your wife, okay?
I think maybe I need to come down there, and we need to settle this like men, hand to hand, like old days.
Bring it on down, dude.
I'm going to be down there like 20 minutes. You live at 918 Cedar Grove Ave?
That's right. Come on down.
I'll be down there like 20 minutes. You be waiting out front for me.
All right.
Don't call the cops or nothing. We'll settle this like men.
What a moron.
Yeah, I'm a moron. I'll beat the moron out of you.
And Jill is cheating on Ed with the karate instructor. How horrible is that? And we must have used a time machine because Ed and Jill suddenly are young again. Oh, I love doing that. Too bad the guy was there, because I've done pranks like that where I get the woman all suspicious and angry and like crying before. One of the earliest prank calls that I did was when I used to work for Domino's Pizza. I was a manager for Domino's Pizza back when I was like 18, 19 years old. And Sunday mornings were very slow, so we used to do prank calls, me and the girl who answers the phone. And I remember we did this one call where she called up, and she was saying that she thought that her husband was cheating on her with her husband, like there was some kind of gay love tryst going on. And we would call them like every week and add a little more to the story and elaborate a little more, and I called back and I was Teresa's husband, and basically it's hard to remember after all these years, but I remember the eventual outcome was that Teresa called up and found out that they had filed for divorce and were separated. Well, I'm sure they were having other problems before we got involved, but we put suspicion in their heads and got them to thinking that they were cheating on everybody. And well, we can't really take the blame for that because what is it, like 70-80% of all new marriages fail within 5 years? Just goes to show you all that stuff they talk about the sanctity of marriage is a whole ton of crap, isn't it? Anyway, let me do a shot number, what is it, shot number 5? This ought to be the one that makes me drunk, probably in about a half hour when it hits me. I've done these shots, but the problem is, before we came home, we went to a diner and we ate. So I have a full stomach right now, so it's like taking me forever to even get a buzz on. I'm starting to feel a little bit of a buzz right now, but not anywhere as tanked as I want to be on a Saturday night. And yes, Carlito, I was indeed picking a fight with a karate instructor, who in real life would totally kick my ass if I actually did go down there and fight him. I had to call back and say, look, I'm not going to fight you because you know karate, so I'm just going to stab you. That's me packing my cigarettes in the background. And the Chinese guy is probably going to start stomping on the floor any moment now. My new goal and lot in life is to get the angry Chinese guy to move, because I'm sick of him.
With me, it makes it funnier. With me, it makes it funnier. With me, it makes it funnier. Okay?
Hello?
Hola.
Hello?
Tipa?
Yes?
Tipa calling?
Yes?
Hola.
Yes, who is this?
Who ba dice?
Who?
This is, Agamemnon.
Who?
Agamemnon. I call for Tipa.
Yes, this is Deepa.
Tipa.
Uh-huh.
I need you to blow up embassy.
Excuse me?
I need to blow up embassy. embassy.
What?
You hear me?
What?
In North Carolina,
Uh-huh.
you blow up embassy.
What the hell are you talking about? Don't call me.
You drive truck with explosive.
That was so stupid, but yet so funny. Ariuk says, use that voice more often. I'm not sure what voice you're talking about. Are you talking about the weird Spanish cleaning lady voice that I do, like, once in a blue moon? Hola! Sounds nothing like a woman, but people always buy it. I don't know why.
Hello?
Hey, is Stacy there?
Who's this?
Stacy! How you doing, girlfriend? It's me, it's Maurice.
Maurice?
Right, Rosenthal.
Rosenthal.
Right. Oh, this isn't Stacy. Can you put Stacy on, please?
Just a moment. No, that's what this is. Who do you want to talk to?
Stacy Skank?
Okay, do you know how late it is?
I know it's very late, but it's so important it can't wait till tomorrow.
What is this referring to? Are you a friend or something?
Yes.
Because she's asleep right now.
Oh, she's asleep?
Yes.
It involves a mutual friend of ours I saw doing some sordid business tonight. So I guess I should save it, and I'll call her tomorrow.
Okay, and your name again is?
My name is Maurice Rosenthal. Can
Maurice?
I ask who you are?
I'm her husband, Kent.
Oh, Ken, how you doing?
Good.
What are you wearing?
What am I wearing?
Well, yeah?
Maurice Rosenthal?
Yes. I live in Enos.
Okay, well, call back later, tomorrow.
I'll call back tomorrow.
Okay.
So you're not going to tell me what you're wearing?
No.
Why not? She's asleep. You can get out for a minute. Oh, man. I have to go pee, so I'll be back.
Oh, yeah. Huh? I am 92 years old. Huh? Upara ka sakit. Cinta kami. Pulang kami. Lipat bekerja. Bukan lamang kagak. Listen to me, huh? There is 3 song. Real song. 90 years old. And Vietnamese. Young Vietnamese. I am 95 years old. Chinese. Not Vietnamese. Huh? Oh, yeah. Betul lo. Go to Hawaii. Bapak kasih kau. Bukan aku. Di kelas set. People can taxi there. Hello. 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 Oh, no. Do you get phone number? Bukan kata sukto. Huh? I am 92 years old. Huh? Bukan aku taxi there. Cinta kami. Pulang kami. Lipat bekerja. Bukan lamang kagak. Huh? Huh? 87. I am 92. I can help you. Isn't that okay? Huh? 92 years old. 92 years old. Huh? Upara ka sakit. Cinta kami. Pulang kami. Lipat bekerja. Bukan lamang kagak.
And we're back. And now I think it's time to say hello to our old friend from that last song, Mr. Long Dong. What would a lunatic fringe be like if we didn't call our friend Long Dong?
Hello, we're not available now. Please, the amendment phone number of the bit.
Repeat. Press 1 to play back all messages. Press 1 to play back new messages. Press 1 to record your message. Press 1 to erase all messages. Press 1 to record your greeting.
answer the phone because I have a young Vietnamese boy between my legs right now. And what the hell is that high-pitched squealing sound, you cocksucker?
Lord, this is long, and I can't answer the phone because I have a young Vietnamese boy between my legs right now. And what the hell is that high-pitched squealing sound, you cocksucker?
That'll have to do. Long Dong. Feedback on Long Dong's machine, lovely. But he's old and stupid and decrepit, so he probably would have feedback on his machine. Anyway, let me go and see what people are saying because people are blinking. Davila says, play the KKK Took My Baby Away if you haven't yet. I played that already, I'm sorry. It's one of my Ramones favorites, so I played that already. And Ariuk says, yes, the little Spanish kid voice. And I'll have to do that more often. It's not a perfected voice. It's just something I practice every now and then. I usually end up doing that voice when somebody answers with like a funny Spanish voice, and I just end up answering going, hola! Yeah.
I'm looking for Big Joe Sausage. Is this Joe Sausage? No. Yes, it is. I need me some Big Joe Sausage. Better go to bed. I need me some Big Joe Sausage. I'll be there in like 20 minutes. Joe.
Oh, that was stupid.
Morning.
Henry?
Yeah?
I'm sorry to be calling so late, but you know I wouldn't be calling if it weren't important. Henry?
Yeah?
What are you wearing?
How are you?
I'm fabulous!
Who calling?
I'm wearing some sweatpants with
What?
my penis hanging out through the dick hole as I talk to you right now. What are you wearing?
Your ass. What ask me that question? I know more again. Know who you talking to?
Don't talk to me like some kind
I'm
of
talking to you
overcrap.
that you are damn fucking ass.
You a
Don't do that.
blood crap, motherfucker. Talk to me like this. I'm going to call that guy right back. It was funny. Oh, his machine answered and he picked up and hung up. You don't want to play no more. We're going to have to move on to the next victim. This one was confirmed really early.
This is Julia. We can't come to the booth right now. If you just leave your name and a number, we'll get back to you. Thank you. Hello?
Hey, Carmen. How you doing,
sorry.
girlfriend?
Hello?
Carmen!
Yes.
I'm sorry to call. Did I wake you?
Yes.
I'm sorry for calling so late, but it's very important. Because I'm sitting here in need of instant self-gratification, so I need to know what you're wearing. I knew that was going to end the call, but I was hoping for one good, curse out there, and it didn't even happen. But it made me laugh, so I guess that's all that matters. And I'm going to do the last shot of the night here. There's been so many that I've forgotten the count. It's like 5 or 6 at this point in the past 2 hours or so that I've been on the air. And it doesn't sound like much, but I'm a lightweight. So I'm going to do the last shot of vodka right about now, Funk Soul Brother. And we'll get back to the prank calls. Hang on a second. And dyed ginger ale does not make a good chaser, because its taste is not strong enough to drown out the vodka taste. Blah.
Hello?
down from Kenjo's?
Yeah?
Listen, we had a call out. We need you to come in at 8 tomorrow.
I don't work there anymore.
Well, I'm calling to ask you back. We need you back. I'll give you $5 more an hour. Whatever we paid you before, we'll give you $5 more. We're desperate. We need you. Jackie, we need you. The place hasn't been the same since you left.
Okay.
I've been managing there for several months now, like since after you left, and the place has fallen apart. And it's because you're gone. That's why. So, Jackie, will you come back?
Okay.
Oh, that's awesome. You don't have another job yet?
Yeah, actually I do. Are you serious?
I'm totally serious. Since you left, everybody is completely unreliable, calling in sick, finding other jobs, and we're desperate. We need you back. And the customers are saying we miss Jackie. So, Jackie, can you come in tomorrow?
I'm not Jackie, actually. I'm her mom.
Okay. Can I speak with Jacqueline? I'm sorry to call so late, but we have an emergency.
This is 2 o'clock in the morning.
I know. That's why it's such an emergency. We need to get in touch with Jacqueline, and I'm trying to beg her to come back and be with us again at Kenjo's.
I thought, Marsha was the manager here.
Right. She was found downloading child porn on the company computer, so she got fired. And I've been managing for the past couple months. My name is Bob Nowak.
You have 2 minutes left.
Oh, crap. Jackie. Or Jackie's mom, I should say.
Yeah.
Can Jackie be in tomorrow at 8?
No, because she is moving home. She's at a party tonight.
She's out partying tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Well, can you do me a favor? Can you have her give me a call?
Yeah.
Just have her call me at the store at Kenjo's.
Okay.
And, we'd love to have her back.
Okay.
Okay, $5 more an hour than she was making before.
Okay.
I'd have to look it up to see what she was making before, but I guarantee you $5 more than before, we'll give it to her, because we're that desperate to get her back.
Okay.
Okay, well, thank you. I'm sorry to call and wake you this late.
Okay, that's okay.
Okay.
All right.
Have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Oh, boy, won't you be disappointed when she finds out I was just bullshitting.
Hi, you've reached Nicole. Leave a message.
Nicole, I'm calling because I heard from a friend of a friend of a friend and so on and so forth that you're a fan of large black men. So I am. I know I don't sound it because I also heard that you're not into like hood rats and wiggers and hardcore darky niggers. But I'm a very fine, upstanding, light-skinned black man with a very large penis, and I heard that you go for that. So give me a call back sometime. Let me give you my phone number. Let me give you a moment so that you can get a pen. Okay, the number is Tawfiq. My name is Tawfiq Chester, and my phone number is 408-268-7962. Call me back sometime.
Your recording time is about...
Call me back sometime when you need some big black cock.
And I think she didn't hear the end of that. But that's okay. It was funny anyway. Next. The phone card I was using tonight died. So if anybody else out there has a phone card that they can donate, please do so, and we continue doing some, attempting to do some prank calls and make you guys continue to laugh. Here on KDK's Lunatic Fringe. And we're still waiting for a phone call to come in. Wait, somebody's blinking. Somebody's blinking. Oh, and it was Lonesome Loser giving us another phone card. So thank you, Lonesome Loser. I'm possessed.
Hello,
I'm looking for Takesha.
For who?
Takesha?
You have the wrong number.
No. I'm looking for the fartsies.
For the what?
The fartsies. Isham, is that you? Hello? Hello? I'm looking for Takesha or Isham Fartsy.
You have the wrong number.
No, I don't. I'm looking at it right here, 714. That's the number I dialed, and that's who I'm talking to. Hello?
Okay. Well, no one's here that you're asking for that name.
Well, this is the right number, right? Who am I speaking with? Hello?
Hello?
Who am I speaking with?
You don't need to know who you're speaking with. I'm just letting you know that no one's here by those names.
Well, why are you listed falsely in the phone book? I'm calling to investigate telephone company fraud.
Okay. Who is this?
You are listed as Takesha and Isham Fartsy, and you're telling me this is not who's here, and I read off the number to you already. You confirmed already to me that this is the right number.
Yeah, you got the wrong name and the wrong address. And may I ask who I'm speaking with, please?
May I ask you why you gave false information to the phone company? Because we're going to take your phone away.
Who is this? You're calling me. I have every right to know who this is.
I told you I'm calling from the phone company, and why are you trying to hide who you are? Are you on the witness protection program? No, I don't think so. I think you're a deadbeat hiding from paying an old phone bill.
What?
You heard me.
Who is this?
I told you this is Mr. Rosenthal calling from the California phone company, and you know very well what you did. You have yourself listed as the Fartsy family, but there are no Fartsys there. Why? Because you're just a bunch of deadbeats that won't pay your phone.
No, that's not true at all, excuse me. And first of all...
Then why are you listing yourself under a false name?
First of all, do you know if I'm the head person of this house and if I'm an adult?
Well, you already told to me that there's nobody at this house named Fartsy.
Yes, I already
So I don't
told you
need to
that.
know anymore.
No, you dialed the right number, sir. But I'm
Well,
not
I know I dialed the right number because I'm the phone company. I can look and see. But I can also see that you're listed as Takesha and Isham Fartsy, and you just admitted that there are no Takesha and Isham Fartsy there, and the address is wrong too. Why? Because you're a bunch of deadbeats who don't pay your phone bill, and you're trying to get a new phone set up without paying the old bill.
Okay, you're calling from a phone company and you're talking to me like this?
Oh, because you're a bunch of deadbeats. How else am I to deal with a bunch of deadbeats who are trying to get out of paying their old phone bill? You don't even deserve to have a phone.
Excuse me, we pay our bill, thank you.
Why can't you be like the other niggers who just get a disposable cell phone?
What?
Why can't you be like the other deadbeats and just get a disposable phone? A disposable cell phone.
What did you say? What can I act like?
What? I called you a deadbeat, that's right.
And you said, why can't I act like the other niggers?
Did you say the N-word to me?
No, you said that to me.
I'll have you know I'm a black person.
Okay, well, you said it to me.
No, you just said so to me. I'm recording this whole conversation.
So am I, thank you, and I could replay it for you.
Well, go ahead and play it back, because I think you're lying. Just like you're lying about the phone bill. Go ahead, I heard the beep. Play it back. Hello?
I don't need to play anything for you, sir.
Right, because you don't have it.
Oh, that's why you just said you heard a beep.
Yeah, I hear it again, because now you just started recording just now. So I know you don't have it. Because you're just a bunch of deadbeats trying to get out of paying your old phone bill.
Okay. Are you going to keep saying that over and over and over and over?
Well, yes, I am, and we're going to shut your phone off. Until you pay your own phone bill, you deadbeats.
Okay, I don't believe you're from the phone company.
Well, if you want, you can look it up yourself. My name is Ed Rosenthal, customer service representative, number 714-526-4068.
So we're going to have to shut down your service until you pay your own phone bill or fess up to who you really are.
Well, I don't know why it says that. Hello?
I'm here. That's your beep from your recording.
Yes, I know that.
Right. And you know it's illegal to record me without my consent.
Oh, well?
We can record you because... See, there you go. We can record you because we're the phone company, but it is illegal for you to record me without my consent, and I hereby refuse consent for you to record me. So there you go. Now it's inadmissible in court.
Okay, you know what? First of all, it's 11:42 at night, and if you're really a phone company, why are you calling this late?
Because you deadbeats are listing yourself under a bogus name to get out of paying a previous phone bill.
And so you're going to call me the N-word for doing that?
Who called you an N-word? I called you the D-word, deadbeat.
No, but
which
earlier...
is what you are.
No, but earlier you said, why can't I be like the other N people?
I did not say N people. Who said N people?
You did.
You're retarded. I didn't say N people. Who says N people? What do you mean by N people, nigger?
Yeah, that's what you said.
That is not what I said.
Okay.
You just said that. You're putting words in my mouth.
No, it's on mute. It's on... Hello?
Hello?
Who are you and what is going on?
I'm calling because I'm investigating the fact that you guys are listing yourself under a bogus name and address in order to escape from paying from an old, expired phone bill. But we're caught on to you, and we're shutting your phone off until you pay your bill.
No, you're not.
Yes, we are. I'm from the phone company. Don't tell me what I'm doing with your phone. I'll do what I want. I'll redirect it to the White House if I feel like it.
Go back to your country.
I'm glad. Well, I'm from America. You think I'm foreign, you retard?
I can hear your voice.
Hello? Do I sound like a foreigner to you, you retard?
See, listen to how you're talking to us. Are you really from a phone company?
Yes. This is how we deal with deadbeats like you.
That's funny because this one's in my name, and this is who I am.
Okay, are you Takesha or Isham Futsi?
No, and that's
no, you're not, because you're listing yourself falsely under an assumed name with a false address, trying to escape from paying an expired phone bill. And we're on to you now.
You know what? You
currently owe us $294.87.
Some melted crayons.
You owe us $297.84.
This phone is under me and my husband's name.
Right, and you're going to pay the bill or you're going to get shut off.
We've had it for 1 year.
You know what? I'm not even going to wait for you to pay the bill. I'm going to shut you off, then you pay the bill and you turn back on.
Anything off.
Huh?
You're not shutting anything off.
We're the telephone company. We do what we want.
Anything, buddy.
We're the phone company. We'll turn you off.
You're whacking your pecker right now as you're talking.
Did you say the P word to me?
I said you're probably whacking your pecker as we're talking.
You daughter said the N word to me earlier, and that's also going to be documented, and that's another $500 fine because it's illegal to say nigger over the phone line.
It's another $500 fine. There's no fine. I don't know what this quack ass is.
It's illegal to say nigger over the phone line.
9 o'clock at night.
You cannot say nigger to me.
No, you said it to me. Excuse me.
No. I have the recording. You said it to me repeatedly. Over and over again. You said nigger.
Get off the phone, camel toe.
Camel toe? I'm a man. I don't have a camel toe. What, are you retarded?
Honey, the way you're talking...
Don't call me honey, you dirty twat dyke.
God knows what the hell you're bitching about.
I'm talking about you deadbeats trying to escape from paying your phone bill.
Thinking that it's being recorded?
Bunch of fucking deadbeats. Can't pay your fucking phone bill? Trying to set your phone bill up under assumed terroristic names like Takesha and Isam Farsi. Farsi, haha, that's very funny. Yo, I'm the Farsi family. I'm very flatulent. I'm the Farsi family. Very funny. But we're on to you.
How much drugs does this man have? Do you know who this is? No. He called and started giving me attitude.
I told you already. My name is Ed Rosenthal.
Yeah, and I told him, I said, how do you know that I'm not the head person of this house, and how do you know if I'm not a minor?
You said this is not Takesha and Isha Farsi, which we already knew, and you were just confirming for us. And you're not living at 134 South Pritchard Avenue, which we also already knew and you confirmed for us. Because you're having yourself listed under a bogus name to avoid paying for an old phone bill.
You dumb idiot.
Okay, maybe it was the people who lived there before you.
It's not listed under any name.
Well, stop being belligerent with me, and I'll work with you. Stop being belligerent with me, and maybe I'll work with you.
All right? Go climb up your mama's hoo-hoo and just leave us alone.
Listen, lady.
Listen, honey.
Don't call me honey. Stop being belligerent with me, and maybe we'll work with you. How many times I need to tell you, maybe we'll work with you.
Go suck a twat. Better yet, go finish sucking your honey's dick.
Can I come over and suck your big fat hairy pussy?
Get off the phone, penis head.
Pay your damn bill, you goddamn deadbeat nigger.
Get off the phone, penis head. See, what'd you just call us? What'd you just call us?
I called you a nigger because that's what you are, a bunch of goddamn deadbeat, non-bill paying niggers. Fucking niggers. Nigger.
Get on the cell phone, call the police, have them come to the door.
Come on, send them on down. This is a phone company. We do what we want. I'll wait. Why don't you click over and call the cops, and I'll be on the line while you call.
He said, why don't we click over and call on the line?
And I'll tell them how you don't pay your goddamn fucking bill. Bunch of fucking nigger deadbeats.
It's not an emergency, and I need the number to the police department. You need to be connected to them.
This is a phone company. You ain't gonna be tracing shit. Don't even try. Don't even bother.
Go away, penis head.
What are you wearing? You nigger?
None of your business what I'm wearing. Nigger lover.
Are you a nigger?
Are you a nigger lover?
Well, I've often fantasized about being with a dark-skinned woman.
That's because you're dark-skinned, you cowhead.
No, I'm not cowhead. My name is Glenn Farnsworth, and I am an elderly, decrepit gentleman who invented the muon generator. I'm just burning doing the muon dance, like the Pointer Sisters said. Anyway, I'm going to let you go, but we're going to be shutting your phone off because you're just a bunch of deadbeat niggers.
Quack, quack.
Peace out, my nigger.
Stay on. We really would like you to stay on.
And we're back. And that was a very fun prank call to a couple of belligerent women. And the ironic part is they really are lying about who and where they are to set themselves up with a new phone line so that they can avoid paying for their old phone bill. It's an old trick among phone company deadbeats. Not that I've ever done it, because I pay my goddamn bill. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to make prank calls right now. But yeah, they really were a couple of deadbeats not paying their bill and trying to get out of paying it. And
Hello.
Beverly.
Yeah.
How are you doing, girlfriend?
Who's this?
This is Ed Rosenthal.
Who said Preston Rosenthal?
I know you from church. I'm sorry to call so late, but I was receiving messages from God tonight that told me that you needed me to call.
Oh, no.
You needed some kind of support or encouragement from me at this moment. Maybe you're feeling doubtful about things in your life, and God appeared to me and says, Beverly needs you. So he gave me the number and I called. So Beverly, here I am for you.
Thank you very much. I'm doing fine.
Beverly, are you going through some trouble?
I'm doing fine now.
There's nothing wrong with your life?
Yes, there's things wrong with my life, but not at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm trying to get some sleep. I have something to do in the morning.
Right, we both need to be at church in the morning, but you know, the good Lord wouldn't have compelled
Mr.
me.
Rosenthal, I hate to do this, but
No, don't hang up on me, Beverly. The good Lord is asking me to call. See, you and I have never spoken before.
What church are you from?
I'm from the church right here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Hello? Man, was I looking at the wrong number? No, I had the right number. God damn it.
Hello?
Beverly, don't shut me out. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, I'm looking for Rhonda.
Who is this?
My name is Ed Rosenthal, and I'm calling from Kenjo's Market.
She's not here.
I can tell from the way you pause and hesitate that she really is there and is just waving you off and saying, say I'm not there.
She's not here.
Who is this, her boyfriend?
Hello?
Hello?
Her son.
Huh?
It's her son.
Her son?
Yes.
How long has it been since you worked at Kenjo's?
What?
How long has it been since Rhonda worked at Kenjo's? How long since she quit?
She didn't quit.
She's still with us?
Yes.
Well, I'm the new manager. We came in tonight at 10 o'clock, and because we had a problem, the previous manager was found to be downloading internet child pornography on the store computer. So we had to get rid of her in a hurry, and I was rushed in at the last moment. So I need to speak to all the current employees about availability and scheduling and whatnot and so forth. Hello? You son of a bitch. She's fired. And thank you all. I love you all. Don't forget to stay just the way you are, just the way we like you, and stay beautiful.
Nobody can tell you there's only one song worth singing. They may try and tell you 'cause it